And Amit Raina, I'd like to begin with you. As far as the issue of Kashmir at the UN stage is concerned, it has come up multiple times. Just last week as well, when the UNGA convened, there were attempts made by Pakistan to try and peddle a certain narrative, to try and play the victim. That was called out completely by S. Jaishankar, by Indian representatives. Today, when victims are going to be sharing their experience, are going to be sharing their pain firsthand, there is going to be very little elbow room for Pakistan.
Yes, see, Pakistan going to UN is a typical case of a terrorist going and playing victim. They are the perpetrators of heinous crimes in Kashmir, and instead of being ashamed of that, they go and play the victim card. And now the victims of terrorism in Kashmir, we need to understand the Kashmiris have never gained anything from Pakistan. If we have only we have lost, and we have lost thousands of people. 16,000 people have been murdered by terrorists in Kashmir. All those terrorists have been funded by Pakistan, either are of Pakistan origin, were supported by Pakistan or funded by Pakistan. So we Kashmiri, and for 30 years we have suffered. We have seen exodus of the minority community. We have seen mass killings happening. We have seen businesses being destroyed. We have seen homes being destroyed. So Pakistan, while may go and claim that they are well-wishers of Kashmiri, in the true sense, they have only been against Kashmiris and have killed Kashmiris. And we do not see this happening only in Jammu and Kashmir. We see this happening in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen how ethnic cleansing of Hamzas is being done in Gilgit-Baltistan. What has happened to Shakhsgam Valley. So Pakistan is more responsible for the crimes that have happened against humanity, especially the residents of Jammu and Kashmir. And it is time that they get exposed day by day. And I think the move is welcome. It's not the first time Roots in Kashmir itself has gone and represented to UN on the atrocities committed by Pakistan. There was a delegation which went from in 90s to UNHRC Geneva, to which was, I think, sent by P.V. Narasimha Rao on how Pakistan has been perpetrating crimes and genocide in Kashmir Valley. But yes, Pakistan has been more active, and it is time that the victims of terrorism now get up and expose what Pakistan has been doing.
Absolutely, and SP Ved, that's really going to be perhaps the last nail in the coffin, so to say, as far as Pakistan and its complicity is concerned. Not only are terror groups finding shelter in Pakistan, they're actually flourishing there. Every single day, every few days, we come across Pak-backed terrorists wanting to infiltrate into Indian side. They're either stopped right there at the border, or even if they try and get in, they are thwarted before they can try any misadventure here on Kashmiri soil. And yet they do not learn. They keep coming out, and worse still, target innocent civilians, unarmed ones.
Absolutely. I think this is the right move by India to take the victims of terrorism, victims of violence in Kashmir, perpetrated by Pakistan, the establishment in Pakistan, take them to UNHRC and let them speak their mind. In fact, in early 1990s, there used to be a lot of this bogey of human rights violations in Kashmir. But over the years, people all across the world have understood how Pakistan is perpetrating the terrorism, and that is the result of whatever suffering people are undergoing. In fact, I have been telling for last many years, Pakistan is no friend of Kashmir. Rather, it is the biggest perpetrator of human rights violations of Kashmiris. And I think we have already lost thousands of lives. More than 50,000 people have lost their lives. Their businesses, their jobs, their trade, everything has been destroyed in Kashmir, and it is all because of the establishment in Pakistan, because they want to continue. They just want to take revenge of defeat of 71 war, where Bangladesh was created. So it is their policy of 1,000 cuts of India, but unfortunately they have made Kashmir as a battleground, and ultimately the people of Kashmir are suffering, security forces are suffering, innocent civilians who are earning their livelihood there as a laborer, elected representatives are being targeted. Everyone you name, I think these people are suffering, and all this is at the behest of deep state of Pakistan. And I think we need to expose them in all international fora, though the world understands. But I think the government of India has taken right stand that unless terrorism is cross-border terrorism is stopped, we will not like to talk to these rascals. And there is no change of heart. Look at the tragedy. Their own people, 3-4 crore people, are suffering and dying because of floods. Their own economy is bloody going on the path of Sri Lanka. Their people are dying of hunger. But
and yet all that Pakistan can do is lecture India and talk about or spread false and malicious propaganda about alleged ill treatment of minorities in our country, when they can be least bothered about what they do to their people, to minorities in their country, especially in Gilgit-Baltistan, as Amit Raina was also pointing out. And Mr. Raina, it's not just about exposing Pakistan. What the victims will say today is perhaps going to be an eye-opener to several politicians here in the country as well, who often come out and bat for talks with Pakistan.
See, what happened was that earlier when India was trying to expose the bogey of Pakistan in Geneva, the victims of terror were being did use to make representation in Geneva. Then, due to the Dullat policy, suddenly there was a U-turn and the victims were pushed back and the terrorists were given priority. And we saw that happening, especially during, while it started in the Vajpayee period, then we saw UPA taking it up further and giving it more priority, and victims of terrorism were ignored. Now, it is a brilliant strategic move by government of India, because it is time you need to expose, because there are two ways you can handle Pakistan. Either we go all out war with them, or we isolate them internationally, we expose their lies, and we show that how much deep they are involved in the acts of terrorism across globe, including India. And all what they have been saying about Kashmir is a false narrative. So I think that is a strategy which government of India has to have taken. They have disowned and discarded the Dullat policy. They have now decided to take the bull by its horn and expose the lies which Pakistan has been making for now, I would say for decades now. So it is a good strategy. And we also, at the same time, we should also get the victims of terror from Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the victims of state terror of Pakistan from Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, take them along, because there are people, and expose Pakistan, because there are enough people who have immigrated or run away from Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir to the different part of the world, and they can come with us, being fellow countrymen, and expose Pakistan and how Pakistan has been treating Kashmiris in POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan.
Absolutely, and that's really the point of this exercise. It is to not only voice concerns, not only to voice their pain, but also to expose Pakistan on a global front. We've done it time and again, but no amount of comments that come to the fore, strong ones at that, from the diplomacy here in India at multiple global fora. It is going to be the voice of the ordinary Kashmiri, of the victims of this pain, of this terror, that really is going to perhaps reach the conscience of many world leaders as well. Now, this also comes at a time when the FATF sword hangs over Pakistan, SP, where then, like you were mentioning, their economy is in doldrums. If the FATF actually decides to blacklist them, it is going to be doomsday for Pakistan, which is also why they're trying to get these sham measures in place, like putting certain terror organizations on the banned list or putting certain of them under house arrest. None of that is going to work, because at the end of the day, everyone knows that that is all for optics, and there really isn't any truth to what Pakistan does or says.
Absolutely. See, Pakistan is not sincere. You saw only a few days back how Afghanistan has snubbed Pakistan when they told the international community that Jaish-e-Mohammed's chief is in Afghanistan. They are liars, habitual liars. And Afghanistan immediately snubbed them and said, he is not here. Don't put it on our shoulders. The news which has been tightened by FATF, I think a lot of credit goes to Indian diplomacy, and that's why